So, what's the real secret to a company that doesn't just perform, but actually, thrives? It's not just about the products or the strategy. Today, we're going to dive into a powerful idea that puts human energy and, yes, happiness right at the center of business success. Let's get into it. I want you to think back for a second. Remember your first day at a new job? That feeling, the mix of excitement, the nerves, the total uncertainty. Well, that first impression, that initial feeling, it's way more powerful than you might think. It really does set the stage for everything that comes next. There's a name for this. It's called imprinting, and it can send you down one of two totally different paths. If your start is chaotic, if you feel invisible, it just breeds anxiety, that feeling that you're just another cog in the machine. But a positive start, one that's built on trust and security from the get-go, that creates autonomy and real freedom. It's the difference between just surviving your job and absolutely thriving in it. So, how do you make sure everyone gets that positive imprinting? How do you guarantee it? Well, it takes a new kind of strategic role in the company. We're not talking about just another manager. We're talking about an architect. Meet the Chief Happiness Officer, or CHO. Now hold on, this is a strategic leader. This goes way beyond planning the next office party. Their entire job is to put people at the absolute center of the company's strategy, to weave culture, well-being, and performance together into one single powerful system. Let's think about it like this. The CHO doesn't manage people. Nope. They architect the context, the environment, where people can flourish on their own. They design the systems that let talent and responsibility just emerge naturally. It's like they build the house, and then they empower people to make it a home. Okay, so what are the foundational pillars that this architect actually puts into place? It really comes down to three key elements that define a truly happy, high-performing organization. First up, psychological safety. And this one is the bedrock. It's everything. It's that feeling that you can tackle a really tough problem, that you could admit you don't know something, or that you can ask for help without any fear of being judged or, worse, penalized. When you have this, that's when real collaboration and problem solving can actually happen. The second pillar is responsible autonomy. Now, this is a huge shift in thinking for a lot of companies. It's about moving away from being just an executor of tasks, just checking off a to-do list, and becoming a true owner of your responsibilities. It's about being trusted to deliver, and that right there fosters a really deep sense of purpose. And third, continuous learning. A company that's built to last is one where mistakes aren't hidden or punished. They're seen as opportunities. This pillar is all about creating a culture where feedback is a gift and where everyone understands that growth comes from trying new things, sometimes failing, and always learning from it. Now, building on these pillars requires a deeper understanding of what actually fuels a company. It's not just about managing projects and deadlines, it's about mindfully managing the human energy that flows through the whole system. And this really boils down to four key energies. You've got emotional energy, which is fueled by trust. Then there's mental energy, which gets unlocked when you remove fear. Spiritual energy, which is all about connecting to a purpose. And of course, physical energy, which is sustained by actively preventing burnout. A great CHO is managing all four of these all the time. To put all of this into practice, it demands a fundamental shift in leadership. It means leaving behind those traditional top-down models that so many of us are used to. And the contrast is just stark. The traditional model is draining. Communication is always vertical. There's a fear of making mistakes, and it creates a culture of yes men. The CHO's vision, on the other hand, is empowering. Communication is horizontal and inclusive. The goal is constant adaptation, and mistakes are seen as opportunities for learning. This is what encourages real critical thinking. Which system sounds more resilient to you? It's pretty clear. So what does this all boil down to? When you step back and look at the whole picture, it represents a really profound philosophical shift in how we think about work and what an organization can be. The core idea is simple. We need to move from managing people to caring for the system they operate in. And look, this isn't just some abstract theory. The steps are pretty clear. It's about designing that initial employee experience with incredible care, allowing for experimentation, providing constant feedback and support, and building leadership on a solid foundation of trust. And that really leaves us with this one crucial takeaway. For way too long, business has treated performance and humanity like they're a trade-off, like you have to sacrifice one to get the other. But what if they aren't? What if they are two parts of the exact same, vital, interconnected system? where nurturing one directly strengthens the other. That, right there, is the real power behind the vision of the Chief Happiness Officer.